Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about pregnancy. So I'm going to be wand curling my hair while I talk so that you guys don't just get bored with hearing me talk about pregnancy. I am 25 weeks pregnant. I'm going to be 26 weeks tomorrow. So that's about 6 months. I want to talk about the symptoms that I've had thus far, first and second trimester. I'm going to tell you guys about COVID and pregnancy at the same time. And I want to talk about the sneak peek gender test that I took. So if those topics interest you, stay tuned. Wow, I love this. I have the Revlon wand. I've had this for like several years and it still goes strong. It goes up to 410 degrees, has like a little digital display there, but I love this thing and I didn't even keep it on for that long, and I'm just curling my hair for giggles. But anyway, back to pregnancy. So first trimester, I would describe it as miserable, anxious, out of control, and shocked. Those were my main emotions in the first trimester. Some symptoms that I had. So when I was 5 weeks pregnant, that's when I took my test. I didn't have any symptoms, so I didn't know that I was pregnant until my period was late and I took the test. I was about 5 days late. And I will do a separate video on how I found out and how I told my family members, because it's just a story in itself. But I had tender boobs in that 5th week. They started to grow and they were tender, but I thought that it was just like my period about to come, so I didn't think anything of it. Around 6 weeks pregnant, that's when I started to feel the food aversions. So nothing was appetizing to me. I literally could only eat like crackers, mashed potatoes, bread, fruits and vegetables, anything light and just bland. And I was extremely nauseous. Now that I did not expect. My nausea was not just in the morning. It was at night. It kept me up at night. I felt like I had a hangover for 3 months straight, and I hate hangovers. So it was very miserable. The food aversions and the nausea and not being able to sleep. I mean, I was just like, what is going on? I feel like I had no control of my body. Like, I was just so sick. I didn't feel like washing my hair, washing my clothes, cooking, doing dishes. Like, I felt like doing nothing. I was just so nauseous and miserable. So that was an extreme wake-up call for me, and it happened quick. I mean, 6 weeks, that's like very early in the pregnancy, you know? So yeah, it was hard. I tried the ginger chews. I tried teas. I tried peppermint oil in a diffuser. I tried so many things, like all the natural things you could try. Tylenol didn't work for me. Eventually, around 9 weeks, my doctor gave me Zofran, and that worked wonders. You just put a little pill under your tongue, dissolves in a couple seconds, and the nausea goes away in like within minutes. So that was a godsend. I didn't go anywhere without it, but I didn't get it until 9 weeks. So from 6 to 9 weeks, I was just miserable. I really thought I was gonna die. I was just like, I mean, mentally exhausted from just feeling like that. I'm not the type of person that was really like sick all the time. I never really got sick. Never been in the hospital, never broke a bone. So to be so miserable every day and my body just feeling like crap every day, that was a big wake up call for me. after I got the Zofran. It was good. The nausea completely went away around like 14 weeks. But I was counting down the days till my second trimester because people said it would get better in the second trimester. While I was having nausea, I had headaches as well. And I had to write some of my symptoms down because I'd be forgetting stuff. So I'm looking at my notebook over here if you see me looking away. I was constipated and I was tired. My boobs were getting bigger and bigger. Within that first trimester, I went from a C cup to a D cup. So that was pretty nice. Big perky boobs. That was the only plus side to my misery. But I had a lot of support, so it was cool. People were constantly checking on me and, you know, seeing if it got better. And eventually it did. I think around Thanksgiving, however many weeks I got vaccinated. And after I got vaccinated, after the first shot, I had headaches every single day after. And after the second shot, I had headaches every single day. So pretty much the whole month of November, I had a headache every single day. So that was pretty dreadful as well. I think it was a side effect of the shot, but it was kind of annoying. And so I had the aversions, the nausea went away, but then I had the headaches. So I was like, okay, that's not as bad as the nausea, but still kind of dreadful having a headache all the time. And so I got magnesium. My doctor told me to take magnesium. Didn't really want to take it, so I just kind of thugged it out with the headaches. And then in December, which was Christmas and my birthday, I got the coronavirus. I had the coronavirus in July before I got pregnant, and it wasn't that bad. Like I couldn't taste or smell. Oh, I have a hair in my eye. I couldn't taste or smell, and I had a sore throat the first time. Second time around, vaccinated and pregnant, it was miserable. I mean, I really thought I was on my deathbed, okay? I had shortness of breath, congestion, cough, I feel like I could hardly stand up. I was so tired, kept getting dizzy, feeling like I was gonna fall out. I was spotting. What else? It was just freaky. Like, I just felt like I had the flu times 10, and it lasted like 8 days. Like, it was so long and dreadful, and I was just like, oh my God, this is a never-ending story. Freaking out, wondering, is my baby okay? I went to the doctor. It was fine. That was kind of scary, you know, having coronavirus. You don't really know how that's going to affect the baby. But I was in bed for most of that time, just freaking miserable. But my appetite picked up a little bit more during that time. My stomach started to grow a little bit more. Started showing around like, I don't know, 16 weeks maybe is when I started showing. Because before I had like a little bloat kind of from the side. You couldn't really tell. But around 16 weeks, I think my stomach just started to like pop out. And then around 20 weeks, that's when my belly button started to pop out. And I was like, holy cow, I had to like take my belly button ring out and everything. But after I got over COVID, my appetite picked back up. Now, one symptom that I have had the entire time, whether I had aversions or not, was extreme hunger. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like your body just demands you to eat or it's gonna shut down. It's the craziest thing. And that's another reason why I felt out of control. I'm the type of person, I would skip breakfast before I got pregnant. I would just eat lunch and then I would have dinner. Maybe sometimes I could skip dinner if I was just too tired to cook or just, grab something quick, whatever. But it wasn't no thing. Pregnant? I can't even get a good night's rest through the night without having to get up and get something to eat because my stomach just growls so aggressively. And all throughout the day, like every 2 hours, if I don't eat something, I can't function. Like, I feel like my heart starts pounding and I'm just like, oh my God, like I've got to stop and get something to eat now. So the excessive hunger is a little crazy. That's been happening from like 6 weeks to now, 25 weeks. The aversions are a very weird thing. I had aversions, they went away, and I feel like they're coming back now, but like everything turned me off. Like in the beginning, it was the fruits and vegetables, bland stuff. Couldn't eat meat. And then around when the second trimester started, I could eat meat again. So I ate like all the chicken I could because I love chicken, and it was really sad for me to give up Chick-fil-A that first trimester, but my baby just didn't want it. Outside of the last 2 weeks, I could eat pretty much what I wanted with no issues, but now I feel like the aversions are coming back, and I feel like the baby don't be wanting to eat nothing, and I be wanting stuff. So it's a constant battle between me and the baby. It's kind of interesting. It's weird when like you want something but you know you're not going to eat it, or I'll like try to eat something that I've really wanted and thought about all day, and then like when I get it, I can't eat it. So that's been interesting, me and the baby beefing over what we should eat every day. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I'm not a professional, but I know it's going to look cute in the end, so that's all that matters. But yeah, go get you one of these. I mean the ringlets are awesome. Second trimester, my belly is growing a lot now. I feel like every week it gets, bigger and bigger, and it's stretching. I feel like I have a bowling ball. My uterus is about the size of a soccer ball now, so I feel like I have a bowling ball. It's just so heavy, and it's just like pulling everything forward. My boobs are really big and heavy, so they're pulling this part forward, and then my belly's pulling forward. So I had some back pain starting around week like 23, and it was excruciating at first. Like I wanted to go to the ER. It had me in tears every single night because my back was hurting so bad, like in my upper back on the right side. And my doctor was like, oh, that's normal. Just like she says, everything is normal. So I was like, all right. Went to the chiropractor and started getting adjusted. I've only gone twice, but so far the frequency of the pain has gone down. So I only feel back pain maybe like once every 3 days now. And it's not as bad as it used to be. I don't like cry over it anymore. It's pretty manageable now with like a heating pad, ice, and my massage gun. But before, baby, nothing was working. I was like, oh my God, another symptom. And so, but now it's I thug it out. And also week 25 brought some rib pain. I think that she hangs out in my rib, like right under my right boob, because when I touch it, it feels like I have a bruise. So it's like sore. So that's interesting. And it's kind of painful, like shooting pain sometimes. I think it's just her like hanging out and kicking there. So I just have to get used to it. That's pretty much the only uncomfortable symptom. I think right now I'm just like uncomfortable, but it's manageable. I've been tired my whole pregnancy. Just like not really feeling like doing anything. And I feel like in week 26, I'm probably gonna have a hard time breathing because, well, not breathing, but like, just like, you know, when you talk and then you be out of breath. I think that's gonna come in the next week because I notice it kind of happening subtly. I feel like I'm handicapped and I'm just tired of it. I just want my body back and I want to meet my kid. I've had a lot of support, but it was just so shocking, everything happening like that. And yeah, I don't think I want any more kids after all this because it just takes over your body for so long. I don't know if I would put myself through this again. Look at the difference. Wow. I can't show y'all the top yet because it looks a hot mess, but I'm gonna get it together. I did the sneak peek gender test at home when I was like maybe 11 to 12 weeks, which is basically a test that they send to your house. I think I paid maybe like $60 for it, maybe. But you basically take your own blood at home, send it to a lab, and they tell you what the gender of your baby is. And I think they can detect as early as 8 weeks, and it's 99% accurate as long as you don't have a man around, because like the test can sense male DNA. So basically how it works is if you are having a boy, it will detect Y chromosome in your blood. And if you're having a girl, there's no Y chromosomes, girls XX. So they have two options. They have a lancet where you can prick your finger like they do with the doctor. And then they have a snap device, which is like a device with a bunch of tiny needles in a circle, and you put it on your arm, and it hangs out on your arm, and then you just press the button. And basically it's like this little device about this big. You put it on your arm, you press the button, then all the little tiny needles come out, blood comes out into a little tube. It's like a self-collection. It's really cool. And then you take it off, and then you send the sample to the lab. For me, I'm absolutely terrified of needles. So I was really scared, but I really wanted to know the gender. So I took it. I opted for the SNAP one. I think it was $20 more expensive, but they marketed it as painless, or not that painful. So honestly, it was painless. I could barely feel anything going in my arm, which was crazy. Because it was needles, you know, it was cool. It did leave a little scar on my arm for a couple weeks. I had them email the results to my best friend, and she had me the loveliest gender reveal. And I can show you guys the video. Me and my boyfriend both wanted a girl. Yeah, I'm nervous. Okay, ready? Baby. 1, 2, 3. And we ended up with a girl. So I'm gonna have a mini-me. I'm super excited. I've always wanted to be a mom, and I've always wanted a daughter. I'm the girliest girl, and I just can't wait. Like this outfit, this Skims outfit that I have on, I've already bought one for her, and it's like 2T, so she's not gonna be able to wear it for years, but I don't care. I'm getting all the mommy and me, all the princess stuff, all the bows and shit that I had as a kid. Oh, she's gonna be laced in it all, honey. So I'm so excited to have a daughter. But bringing her here is so rough. Like, oh my God, you just have no idea, girl. Another thing, she kicks a lot. At first, it felt like gas, like food moving around in my digestive system. Wasn't that bad. But then as I got bigger, like, she's very active, especially when I have caffeine. This girl rolls around and kicks so much, and I feel like the further I get along, the more pronounced they are, like the more I can feel them. And honestly, they're kind of annoying. I know they're supposed to be sweet, and it's kind of cool watching her kick and roll around and stuff, but like the feeling's annoying. It startles me, and I can't sleep because she kicks so much at night. Or like if I lay on one side, she'll kick, and so I have to turn to the other side, and then she'll kick. And so all night I'm just moving side to side, and before you know it, the sun's up and I've gotten no sleep. It's beautiful, beautiful journey. I would cry if she didn't kick, so I'm grateful that she kicks, but definitely a crazy feeling, a trippy feeling, feeling like a human moving around inside of you. And now they literally feel like kicks, like somebody's kicking me in my ribs and in my vagina. When she kicks me in my vagina, it feels like that feeling when you have to pee so bad and you're holding in your bladder for so long and it starts to hurt. That's what it feels like. How I know that feeling, don't ask. But that's what it feels like when she kicks in the vagina. Sometimes I try to like massage and move her to another side, but that's usually not very successful. She pretty much chills where she wants to chill, and she pretty much takes up my whole body, midsection I mean. So I think she's gonna be a big baby, so that'll be interesting. But beautiful journey. I will talk about my doctor's appointments and how those went, because I know there may be some people that are wanting to get pregnant watching this video, or are already pregnant and want to know what to expect. My very first appointment, I'm terrified of needles. My first appointment was my first time getting my blood drawn, because I've always dodged it. I've always had panic attacks whenever a doctor has tried to draw my blood. So, but I knew when I was pregnant that it would have to happen. So I was very anxious my first appointment. I went at 7 weeks, and I actually have a video that my boyfriend took of me being extremely dramatic. Like, I just sat down and cried and cried. I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. But they took like 7 vials, which was a lot of blood, but it just stung the whole time. And then it stung the rest of the day, and then it was cool.
Oh, girl.
Oh my God, it wasn't that bad.
No.
It's never that bad. First blood drawn ever. That's crazy.
You gotta stop moving now.
Okay.
How does it feel?
It's uncomfortable.
Wait till she takes it out.
It stings.
Right.
That's one.
They checked for like different things in the blood, like the RH factor, anemia, stuff like that. I was pretty healthy. Everything was normal for me. I've always had moderate blood pressure, so my blood pressure was normal. Of course, they take your urine, test you for STDs and stuff. They did like an ultrasound. It was a short ultrasound, but they measured her and checked her heartbeat, and it was the most surreal experience. That's the best part of pregnancy, the ultrasounds, like just seeing her in there for the first time and recognizing that there's a life growing inside of me and hearing the heartbeat. I was just like, oh my God, like, am I living right now? Like, it was just so beautiful. And she confirmed that there was only one, thank God. But it was beautiful. I had a first trimester ultrasound, and then I also had a anatomy ultrasound at 20 weeks. The first trimester ultrasound, I snuck and recorded it, but basically they were just measuring the baby and everything. The baby was like waving, well, it looked like she was waving, and like jumping and responding to my laugh, so it was really cute. I loved seeing her in the ultrasound.
How much they jump, huh? Isn't that funny?
And then anatomy scan, it was a little bit longer, maybe like 30-45 minutes. They measured a lot more. They did a 4D ultrasound, and I found out she doesn't look like either of us, so that was interesting. But she didn't have any fat on her face yet, so they were like, this isn't really a 100% accurate depiction yet. They also did an anatomy ultrasound where they stick this tube, this thing that felt like a dildo, just to check the cervix and stuff. So that was weird. And I got a yeast infection right after, so that was fun too. I got medicine for that. They gave me like some cream to make it go away. So maybe TMI, but hey, it's a part of being a woman. That is my pregnancy journey. How cute is this hair? I finished right on time. If you have any questions, or you want to share your journey, or you have any tips for me as a mom, or you want to be a mom and you have questions or anything, you know, comment, like, subscribe. I'm looking forward to the journey. My nose is spreading. My face has always been kind of chubby, so I can't tell if it's chubby or not, but I know I definitely think my nose is spreading. Bye.